Hi, welcome to this leveling up workshop. So today what we're going to look at is lighting. Now what I've got at the moment is I've got no lighting on apart from a window that's open on my right hand side, and I have a ceiling light on. So obviously I've got control of the lighting. This is what I want to mention, this key word, control of the lighting. So the only way to keep things consistent inside of any video or coursework you're doing is to control the environment. So controlling the lighting, which will make a massive difference. So even if it's at night, even if it's a really bright sunny day, you know that your videos are going to be consistent. Now this is really quite important for professionalism, as far as if you're shooting maybe throughout the whole day. If you haven't got control of the lighting, then the changes are going to happen through the video. Now you might say, well, it doesn't really matter, it's like going through, and yeah, that's okay, that's fine. But if you want that consistency and that quality, and this is not just for that day, you know, for all the videos that you're producing, this same thing is going to happen, because you're going to have different lighting in different videos. Now it's okay, but if you want to reach that sort of professionalism, you need to take control of the lighting. And also with the lighting, you can set up special effects and things. You know, you can have a lighting at the side that's sort of rim lighting you and all these things. So actually control of the lighting is really important. So like at the moment what we've got is, like I said, the window open and a ceiling light on. So I'm just going to pause the video whilst I just put some lights in position to take control of my lighting now. Okay, so what I've got now is I've taken control of the lighting. I've closed off any external light getting in the room, or as much as possible. I've turned off the ceiling light. Now what this means is there's going to be no change in this lighting setup. Once I've got this set up, it's going to stay the same. Now of course I can make the whole thing a bit lighter. I could put a portable light in the corner or something to control that lighting, but the point is we're trying to control this scenario. So of course I normally use a green screen, so you don't see any of the stuff in the background, but I have put some lights on a board there just to give it, like if I did do my room, you could actually see some lighting in the background, and it lights it up with a nice kind of effect, which I can turn on and off, and it's not going to change. So this is controlling this light setup. Now if you look at the diagram of my light setup that I've got now currently on, I can control all aspects of this just by leveling, changing things down. So I'm just using a ring light here, and I'm changing this down. I'm making it brighter, I'm making it colder, and I'm making it warmer. You know, so you have all this control. With the side lights here, I could come along here and turn this down on this side light, or even turn it off. I could bring it up so it's really bright, but I've got control of that situation. I could even change the color of it as well. So if I wanted to change that color to more of a blue, or even a kind of pinky light, then you've got that ability to do that in there. So now I've got this nice color, and I can leave this set up, or I can just slightly tweak things on each iteration. I've also got a light that side, so I've got two line lights on the outside which are off of a gantry, and then I've got the lighting in the middle. So how do you sort of get this set up? Well, I mean, obviously you've got your webcam, that's going to be right in front of you. So the rest of it, what I do is I'll show you some bits that I've got. I'll show you the ones that I've bought for this setup, and it's basically just a tripod with a webcam on. In front of it is just a ring light, and then I've got little arms coming off of it that hold the column lights. So it's like a little gantry setup that I've set up here that I can just attach to any desks that I've got that I want to use. So this is how you can control it, and I think this is just so important for you guys to take control of your lighting and just make sure that everything's good in that respect. So let me just go through and just show you some of the things that I got. I just got them off Amazon. You know, they're not that expensive. It can mount up if you buy lots of different types of tripods and gantries. The price is you know, it can go really up. So I'll just show you the ones that I've got, and you can work with that. I mean, you could use if you've got like a desk light or those sort of things, both sides, that will work. So that's like a cheaper option. The ring lights are really cheap. You can get really cheap ones or more expensive ones. You know, as you're going more expensive, you've got control over. And I would say with any of the lights that you're getting, make sure you've got control over the brightness of them, and that they have some sort of color variation that you can change on them, like you can see here, like I showed you earlier, so that you have that ability to just change it slightly if you want to give a little bit of a special effect. Most lights allow you to change the brightness or the Kelvin on them to actually get them to go like a more of a cool or more of a warm color. Some of the more expensive ones allow you to change the color completely, like I showed earlier. So I'll just show you what I've got, and then you can make your mind up and find something similar that will work for you if this is the way that you want to go. So what we're looking for here is consistency. We're looking at control, like everything we do, our web camera, you know, our everything, all the environment, our backdrop, our branding. We're just taking control of everything, and that is the key to leveling up and just taking yourself to that next stage. Okay, so for my main webcams, what I've got is a telescopic pole here that just attaches to the desk. Now you can see I've already purchased this 3 times, and it's really good because you can hang things off it. And what I needed something that was, because my desk it's actually a workbench, so it's really thick, so I wanted to make sure that there was a really big fitting for it. So I've got that with this particular tripod. Most of you might be okay with the smaller ones that clamp onto the desk. So it clamps onto the back, and then my web camera goes on the top of that, and off of that, because it's quite a solid piece of metal, I can hang other things off of it. So this is what it looks like here. You can see it's got different types of webcam on there. You know, you could use it for a light as well. It's just really cool because you can actually just put all these things on the thread on the top. So let's go and have a look. So this is just a camera desktop clamp, £21.90. So you can see I've got 3 of them, so I've got another one coming, 4. They're just brilliant. I think they're great. They're telescopic as well, so you can bring them up or down, and it just remains in that static solid position, and it's so solid that it holds all of the stuff off of the side of it. Now the other thing that I'm getting, and this hasn't been delivered yet, is this flexi arm. Actually my wife's got one, and I think they're really good, and for this one it's going to be good for me because I want to start doing some social media, so I want to use my iPhone to do that. So I'm getting this one just because I can just fix it and do social media posts using this flexi arm, which is also really good. It's not part of the main webcam setup, but I just thought I'd mention it to you. Okay, so coming off of my main column poles that you've got there for the camera, I've also got these. Now these are really cool because you see this little gripper here. This grips onto the pole, and then you have this hanging off the side. So then on the top of that I can put my lights. So this is where I hang my lights off of if I've got a ring light or the column lights. So this is how it works. It's kind of really adjustable. You can hang things off the side of it, and it just runs off the back. So if you've got 2 lights, you need 2 of these and a main pole. If you've got 3 or 4 lights, you'll need more, but that's how they work. They can also be tied into each other like that as well, so they can come off the top of a camera if you want as well. You can do some really crazy things. They're like just arms that come off the main part of it. Now also, just if you're interested, that lighting that I had on the background, that blue and that white, I just got these, so they just and I just fixed it to a board. So they're just flexible light strips. So if you want to have some special effects in the background, look like neon, you can get these kind of strips fairly cheaply, you know. Okay, so the 2 lights I've got is called Amberfall lights, and these are really good because you can change all the colours. You've got loads of settings to change, and it works with an app as well, so you can actually tie it into an app. You can tie the lights together if you've got 2. So I've got them separated. I've got them one on one pole, one on the other. But these are just RGB tube lights. Okay, so there are a lot of cheaper versions. I know this is quite expensive for 2 lights, but they're very good quality. They don't fluctuate much, the light doesn't fluctuate much, and I have full control, and they're quite powerful as well. So these are really good, and they recharge, so they're charging ones as well. So that is the main 2 lights at the side that you see. So I'll just show you the ring light. Ring light is really cheap. I do need to get a better one, but at the moment this is working quite well for me, this ring light that I've got. Okay, and finally here is the ring light that I have. So it's saying it's currently unavailable now. So this is a newer 8.9 inch, goes quite well, right? So you put that around, kind of the webcam would be in the middle, or the camera would be in the middle, and it's got those controls there for the color and also the brightness. Okay, mine's slightly different to this. So I've got this coming off. You can detach that little flexi lead and you can put that straight onto one of those gantries if you want to as well. So it's a common thread. Plus it's a common thread on all of these for connecting up the lights and all these things. So you don't have to worry about that too much. Just go with the standard ones. You can see you can put all that in there. So that is the lighting setup. So I'll quickly show you a picture of the setup that I've got now. This is just all about taking control of your lighting. So hopefully you love this leveling up, and I'll see you in the next one very soon.